Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we dive once again into Go Battle League Summer Cup. We're gonna have a Vigoroth team this time, and at the backline we're gonna have a Trevenant and of course my all-time favorite Zapdos. I think I'm gonna play Zapdos all the time because this Pokemon has minimal amount of counters on this meta, and I think that we do not have anything to worry about. So, Trevenant here, as you can see, can really put off some solid pressure even to Wall Rain. We are even on shield, so I decided to let that slide because now my Zapdos can come in and start farming all that energy. Trevenant from the opponent side is coming in, so I'm like, okay, you know what, I have the time to go for double drill peck. I'm just gonna block here and rely on my Zapdos to finish off the entire team that they have. Here comes now the drill peck once again, down goes that Trevenant, and I'm expecting now the last Pokemon to be something like a fighter. Yes, it is. Here comes now the Blaziken, and I can just go ahead and destroy down that Blaziken with a simple drill peck. Absolutely amazing, you love to see it. Into the next one, trainers, against the Ninetales up on the lead. Not the best lead because I really hate this Pokemon, and I think that if they go even with those weatherboards, they can still finish me off eventually. I'd say to let the first one go. It is gonna be an overhit. Down goes my Vigoroth, and at this point I'm just left hopeless into Go Battle League. I have nothing to do here, only to go in with my Trevenant and rely on the fact that they have debuffed themselves, so I'm expecting a switch at some point. They're gonna take out one of our shields and now they're gonna follow with the Cradily, trying to go here for the potential back-to-back seed bomb. It works because now we nuke down one of their Pokemon, so they nuke down our Vigoroth, we nuke down that Cradily, meaning that now we are both even on Pokemon. It was always a 2 vs 2 situation, so we're just gonna go ahead and do as much work as we can to that Pokemon because they're staying in with the Ninetales. I was like, can you have a Swampert at the back please, because you must have a Swampert the way you play it, and there is a Swampert. Gonna take this huge victory after we read them apart. So down goes Swampert. We're gonna take a very cool victory actually. So we're gonna now proceed into the next one, and they have a Zapdos. Can you imagine that? Because I can, and a lot of Zapdos appear on Summer Cup meta, so I have to rely on the fact that my Zapdos is gonna be better and I'm a better Zapdos master. So we're gonna see how it goes, how it unfolds, because they have a Jellicent coming in. We blocked successfully, not the bait, the Shadow Ball actually. So we're gonna go now with the Seed Bombs dealing super effective damage, and after that we can simply farm down this Jellicent. So now I'm expecting that Zapdos to return, but they have a Lickitung at the back, which makes sense why it comes back. So we're gonna lag a little bit here. We're gonna go now with that Seed Bomb, and we're not gonna do a lot of work to Lickitung. Lickitung can tank those Shadow Claws, and of course because it is heavily excelled, it can take those Seed Bombs as well. So I'm just gonna go with the Seed Bomb here to that Zapdos. I was about to switch out, but then hit me. Those Thunder Shocks do not deal enough damage, so they have to throw a move at some point, while we can pressure them down in doing it much faster since we can reach those Seed Bombs on 5 Shadow Claws. We're gonna block this move because I have a feeling that Vigoroth is gonna be the key here to win. Down goes Zapdos, they have the Lickitung which returns, and now we're gonna go for the Body Slam. They're gonna take the move. That was absolutely awesome for them because now I have to rely on my Zapdos to go for double drill peck and finish off the job. They have some energy to spare here, so here comes the Body Slam. We can survive one but not two, and still it's gonna be a pretty close matchup. We're gonna go now with that drill peck, gonna take out their shield, but we are already there, not a CMP from before, so we can just do that work with our Zapdos and gonna grab this victory. Absolutely amazing. Into the next one, trainers, and as you're seeing these Pidgeot battles unfolding, just be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because it really means a lot and helps our community that we have built over here expand even more. Now let's return to the commentary because we're getting Brave Birdied. Down we go, but I don't care at all because now my Zapdos can come in and start farming down some solid energy. They decide to go for the switch out, which makes a lot of sense, and I just gonna go with the switch on the 5th counter just to absorb the Body Slam damage, and now my Trevenant can come out of here with a lot of energy to spare. Also, what I'm trying to do here is to not only go ahead and get out of here with a lot of energy, but also I want to stall that much that I can switch out to my Zapdos when they bring in their Pidgeot, meaning that I can have an easier time on the endgame because I have 1 stored energy on my Trevenant for the endgame. So now we're gonna go with the Drill Peck. Down goes Pidgeot, that was absolutely awesome, and they have a weekly tough. Are you kidding me? This is just gonna melt me down. So we have to go now with a Drill Peck. We have 1 more to go. Things aren't looking that well for me because Shadow Claw is not gonna do enough damage, and I doubt that this weekly tough is gonna be on a Seed Bomb range, but it is gonna put it that low that 1 more Shadow Claw will do the work. We have 2 shields, we have to shield sometimes, but I didn't, and yeah, that damage was absolutely crazy, but we took the win. So we're having a bad lead on the face of Azumarill. We're switching out to Zapdos. They have a Talonflame. Absolutely amazing for us because now we can go with that back-to-back moves. They have to throw a move here, otherwise they're getting farmed down. So we're gonna block this move, and after that we're farming down the Talon. They return back with the Azumarill, and that's absolutely good news for me because now I can go with the Drill Peck bait. They're gonna block this, and we have the Thunderbolt ready to go. Down goes a nice chunk out of the Azumarill, about the whole HP with a single move to a heavy Excel Pokemon like Azumarill. We're gonna get this player off, and I'm pretty sure I can farm down, but guess what, trainers? I miscalculated once again. We have to take the Body Slam here, and they have an Abomas. No, here comes now my Body Slam, gonna do some nice damage to that Pokemon. Damage actually that can put at a point that I can finish off with a Shadow Ball. Perhaps I could have done it without the Body Slam, but who knows at this point. Let's go now with the Shadow Ball. Down goes Abomas now, and we're gonna grab this victory because we can outspeed. They cannot reach the double Weather Ball before we reach the Shadow Ball. That is absolutely awesome for us. Into the next one, and we're facing a Talonflame. So this is not gonna be a very good matchup overall. Because we can still get destroyed down by their moves, and of course I never sealed the first one, so if they're gonna go for the Brave Bird, I'm just gonna get destroyed down. So here comes the Brave Bird, I'm getting destroyed. We're gonna go in with Trevenant because I'm expecting the switch, and here comes now the Vigoroth. This was their safe switch. They didn't even see what I threw in there, so they are just gonna go with the Vigoroth, and because they did that, I'm expecting a second normal at the back. Anyways, we're gonna try to farm as much as possible while also maintaining that nice amount of HP that we have, just to go ahead and make sure that my Pokemon can finish off that Talonflame with a simple Shadow Ball if possible. So I'm expecting the Talonflame to return, to be honest. I'm just gonna go for that extra Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, and then gonna go for the Shadow Ball, dealing lethal damage to the Talonflame. They decide not to shield at all and rely on all their hopes to that Obstagoon, which makes sense, to be honest, because they just wanted to have a better understanding of the match with my Vigoroth out of the way. They thought that I did not have a counter user, so they wanted to rely on that Obstagoon to finish off the match. However, we have a flying type Pokemon like this Zapdos. We have to go here for more Drill Pecks. This is gonna take out their last shield, and we have 1 more ready to go. Is this gonna be enough, trainers? No, it is not. We're gonna go down here to this Obstagoon, and now we have to rely on our Trevenant. They are dry on energy, so we can outspeed to a move, and we're gonna grab this victory because Trevenant is gonna be a spammy monster which resists by a lot those counters. Into the next one, a finally good lead, so we're gonna force the quit out to that Azumarill. Switching to Azumarill means that my Zapdos can come in immediately and start doing some solid energy. However, they have access to Ice Beam. It is not gonna be a player of a Hydro Pump combo, so that means that not only I'm just gonna get destroyed by this Ice Beam, I'm getting destroyed by Oimi move when using Zapdos, but also they can reach to those Ice Beams much faster than they do to the player-offs. So I have to go now with that Thunderbolt, finish off the Azumarill, and I'm expecting the next Pokemon to come back, which is gonna be of course the Diggersby, and I have a 1 Drill Peck ready to go. I can switch out at this point, so here comes my switch to the Trevenant. Gonna try and take those fire punches into my face. I don't like it at all, but it has to happen. So here comes now my Seed Bomb, gonna do some really nice damage, super effective damage to the Diggersby, about the same amount of damage that my Zapdos does with the neutral drill pecks, which is absolutely awesome to see. So they switch out to catch my Seed Bomb on the Jelly set. I don't know if that was a good play, but it worked somehow for them. So they still have one shield. I want to take that shield out so that I can sweep with my Vigoroth. I decided to go with a switch out to my Vigoroth right now because I want to maintain that single amount of HP and energy on my Zapdos for the end game. Perhaps I'm gonna need it, and I can still go here for the Bulldoze. At this amount of HP, I think it's gonna be lethal to the Jelly Sand. Down it goes, and now they have to throw the Earthquake to finish me off. Otherwise, I'm just gonna reach to that Body Slam and finish them off. So here comes the Earthquake. We are already at the Drill Peck range, and we're gonna grab this win because Zapdos is gonna be such a monster. 3 times it went into that fight for this battle, and we won all those battles with our Zapdos. Absolutely amazing, a pretty cool Pokemon to use. So Ariados coming in clutch here against my Vigoroth. How I like to play this is I'm just gonna take the first move and then switch out to my Zapdos, as I want to have the upper hand for the later game. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna block as well because yeah, that makes sense. Even debuffed, which I'm not, I think, Zapdos can still go with back-to-back drill pecks and deal lethal damage to the spider. Down goes Ariados, and that's pretty cool for us. Barbaracle, on the other hand, is not cool for us. It can take the drill peck, it cannot take the Thunderbolt, but I did not have the energy to spare, so now I have to block the move. I know that this Pokemon can carry the move Cross Chop, which can be lethal for me, and they have a double bug poison at the back. This time the Beedrill, so I'm just gonna go ahead with more Body Slams. Let's see if they decide to farm us down here. If they do, we can reach to another one, meaning that now this Beedrill will have about 1 HP left, so we can farm down with our Trevenant. They're gonna hit us with a move, we can survive it, and after that we are gonna have the Seed Bomb ready to go, finishing off Barbaracle and finishing off the match towards our advantage. Into the next on trainers against a very good lead to the Obstagoon, and we're gonna have the switch to Tentacruel following with our Trevenant. Okay, Tentacruel is gonna be one of the Pokemons that can be pretty pressuring for any team because of that poison acid spray, excuse me. So we have to rely on the fact that we can take this move now. We're gonna take the acid spray, barely survive it, we pass through the final Shadow Claw, and now we're expecting the next Pokemon to come back, which is gonna be of course the Obstagoon. So we have one Seed Bomb, and I'm just gonna throw it just for the memes. I'm just gonna go in now with the Vigoroth and try to do solid work on whatever they have at the back. So there is gonna be an Ariados on the switch. I'm just gonna take the Cross Poison at this point and now rely on my Zapdos to finish off this match. Hopefully no boost towards their part. That was really cool and the key to win with my Zapdos. So Drill Peck is coming through. Are they gonna block trainers? And boom! Yes, they're gonna block, of course. So now we have to block as well. If they block, we block. We just want this Zapdos to take out the Ariados with ease. So we have the time to go now with the Drill Peck. Are they gonna block? Yes, they are, but we can outspeed to the next move. Perhaps they got greedy there. The Cross Poison, I think it was up. So we're gonna take this victory with this Bulldoze, since now they are shieldless, and we're gonna grab this win against the Obstagoon. Final one trainers against a bad lead against the counter user, so we have to switch out this time not to our Zapdos because I want to keep it for the end game just in case they switch out to that whatever they have at the back, and one Drill Peck can finish off any bug type in the meta, so just keep that in mind. So we're gonna shield successfully the Mega Horn, and they're gonna switch out to their Ariados. They have a Heracross up on the lead, they have an Ariados on the switch, perhaps they have a closer on the face of Beedrill, Crustle or whatever. So triple bug, I'm just expecting that. So predicting teams is also part of the game. Gonna go now with that Shadow Ball. I'm expecting a Seal to be honest, but at this point I have only one move to throw. So we're gonna go in now with the Zapdos. They are getting greedy, meaning that now I'm just gonna keep my Shield, and also Drill Peck is just gonna finish off this Pokemon, and they have a Crustle indeed. So that was triple bug, and we're gonna grab this victory because we have a Vigoroth over a Crustle. Absolutely awesome. So that's all trainers, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because it really means a lot for my community here to expand even more. And with that said, farewell to you trainers, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Stay safe everyone. Chuf chuf chuf.